And ever since Capcom kind of like made that kind of point of view, that over the shoulder cam, really prevalent with Resident Evil 4, then a lot of other games started really incorporating it, such as Gears of War, and it makes it seem like, I don't want to say like more into the action, because first person is probably the single most like you know action focused point of view, if you understand what I mean. Like, you're in the action, but a lot of people like to see the character and everything while they're playing their games, and especially spectators as well. They like to be able to see the character, not just, oh, there's a gun or whatever. And I, for one, enjoy seeing the character as well. But if they made if the next Metroid, if possible, if they made it kind of like that, that would be pretty sweet, and I'd definitely be open to that. I'd have to play that. I'd definitely check it out. Um, yeah, blow that junk up, blow it up, missile beam. Uh, this game, it's it doesn't really have any destructible environments, but you can blow up key things to get past them, of course. Oh snap! Nasty lizard, get nice with it. And what Team Ninja did with this game, you've probably seen it a few times already. They added like these killer blows, pretty much, whereas you get the enemy weak enough, and you can actually go up to it and hit the same, the original attack button. And when you do that, it'll pretty much pull off the execution move. They're pretty sweet for what I've seen so far. And I think you can only do. I think each enemy class has its own signature, like, execution move that you can pull off. It's not like there's several different ones or anything. Kind of similar to God of War. You play that mini game. Like, if you're killing a Minotaur, you kill all the Minotaurs in that mini game, like, the same way, the same type of deal. Um, but they were on point, man. Oh, that shit was sweet right there. Jump on the back, blue. But a lot of these enemies in this game, for some reason, they just give me a problem, and it's mainly because I actually could have pulled it off right there. It's a lethal strike, but instead, I decided just to blast them away and everything. But like I was saying, a lot of these enemies, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but some of them really give me a problem, and it's mainly, I mean, I personally think it's mainly because of the controller. I I'm not used to playing Wii games all the time. I don't play my Wii entirely too often, but there are key games that I know that I have to play for the Wii. One of them being this, and Resident Evil 4, and the new Donkey Kong when it comes out. Key games. I make sure that I have to play on have to play that are Wii exclusive only. That I make it my business at playing. Man, plants eating me and shit. Get off me, son! Can't handle the beast. But knowing me, I'm adamant. I could just easily run away from him, but I gotta kill him. That's just me. I'm not one of those people that has to collect everything. Sometimes, I try, but it's not like I'm so adamant about it that I have to stop. And beating bosses, oh my gosh. Like, you ever run into those times when you run into a boss and it's probably really hard to beat or something, and he's just whipping your ass, like, you just can't beat the boss for some reason. And a lot of people, they'll stop. They'll probably stop and be like, what, I'm done doing this shit, I'll come back to it later. Me, I'm not like that. If there's a boss that I can't beat right then and there, I keep playing. I don't stop until I beat the boss. I will play a boss for 15 hours straight if I have to. It never goes to that length, but there are times when you're playing a game and it does get aggravating when you're trying to beat something, but you can't do it. But I'm just not the type of person to really kind of give up on that. But damn, this stuff is sweet, man. Like from what I said before earlier in this walkthrough, the the level design and how they kind of just made it exactly like Metroid should look and how it really should feel is it's just sweet, man. And I'm just messing up on these jumps and everything, but it's damn sweet, you know. And this is one of those game franchises that, if put into the wrong hands or if taken, you know, in a totally different direction, you're gonna have a lot of fans really kind of uneasy about it, you know. That's why if they do take Metroid in a totally new direction, you know, sometime in the future, um, it has to be with, you know, it has to be taken very seriously. Kind of like Resident Evil. You know, Resident Evil started off a certain way, but then, you know, now they're with the whole over-the-shoulder cam, but it works, and it works very good for it. Oh, Lethal Strike, straight beast. But Metro is one of those games, and I honestly think that over-the-shoulder would be pretty sweet for this game. You know, the pacing and everything probably would have to change a little bit, but it could, I think it definitely could work. Um, but then again, you know, a lot of classic Metroid players and how they see Metroid, um, probably wouldn't like that a lot. They probably wouldn't like it much at all, and you know that's very understandable. Um, but me personally, you know, I'm always open to what developers can really bring to the table if they can bring a different type of gaming experience to a very you know, classic gaming franchise, because Metroid's been around forever, and you know, whatever they can do to make it a better gaming experience, hey, I'm all for it. But I just think that'll be for Metro. I think it'll be pretty sweet because Metroid has it's a very vibrant game. You know, it uses a lot of like very vibrant colors and everything. But at the same time, you know, it does in a sense get gritty. It does seem like the surroundings and everything kind of can look like a horror game in a sense. Because it's so dark and it uses these monotone colors and such. Like, I mean, just look at the environment right now. You know, if I had an over-the-shoulder cam, it would seem like I'm more in there. Kind of like a game like Dead Space. You know, Dead Space wouldn't be the game that it is without that camera view. It really wouldn't. You know, you could try, if you say first person, it still wouldn't have the life that it would, you know. And I think that they did the perfect they made the perfect move by making it that type of camera view.
The large cage-like booth looked like something had been raised in it, and in one corner was the miserable form of a researcher's corpse. This victim hadn't sustained the same injuries. The dead I'd seen had been torn apart by something large. This one had been attacked by a different type of creature. And as I studied the violence this creature had wrought, I felt something in the air, the presence of a dark intelligence.
See, like right here, they actually allow you to really see it and do it, and not just for, you know, a few seconds. And, you know, there's other times in the game as well that they let you have that point of view. And, you know, I hope they do actually look into possibly making another Metroid, but making it look kind of like how it is right here. Then, you know, you press and hold a button to run, you know, the whole deal. and I think it would work out like pretty damn sweet. I don't know if they'll make another Metroid for the Wii. Most likely, they probably will. Not too sure, but hey, I mean, you never know. Possibilities are endless with video games nowadays, and I hope they do. I hope they do come out with a Metroid like that. It's definitely take a worth looking into. Um, and honestly, like doing it like with that type of view, they could really utilize like more of a surprise type aspect, kind of like a horror theme, because the view is like that, because it's so up close and personal, because everything, the whole screen is kind of cut off, um, except for what you can really see in front of you, and that's what makes games like Dead Space and Resident Evil have that surprise aspect, because you can only see so much. See, and right here, I'm pretty much at another one of these parts where you kind of have to scan the screen to look for like the key item or objective, kind of just to proceed in the game. And this is one of those things I said, like, it's not really necessary. I think it's kind of unnecessary to do, but they threw it in, and it works to kind of break up the gameplay a little bit, in a sense. But they could have just had it so that I run and then you see what you're about to see.
Samus, proceed through the hatch I just unlocked. Your next destination is a little further ahead.
I mean, like I said, it's just a little nitpicking. It's very nitpickish, but it's not anything that knocks the game down. I don't know about y'all, but that little white thing, whatever the hell that was, looked like a fucking Ewok, fucking mutated Ewok and shit. That shit creeped me the fuck out. Uh-oh, first person action, son. That right now I'm just pointing at the screen shooting and everything. And honestly, I probably would have got rid of him quicker just by staying in this view, as you can see, just shooting. But aiming, when you're in that third person perspective, aiming isn't even really like taken into account with this game. It's just kind of, look in that direction, press the button, and that's it. And I mean, I guess that's fine. That's something that's always been in Metroid. But like I said, for me, I'm not someone that plays Metroid games continuously. I'm not a real big fan of it. So it's just something that I expect in games, to have some type of aiming system when when you're trying to shoot at things. I mean, picture Uncharted without worrying about aiming. You just look in that direction and shoot. It's just to me, it'd just be kind of funny. But there's just little things about the game that I particularly would probably change myself. But I do understand why they have it the way it is, because they didn't want to go away from what Metroid was really all about when it comes to gameplay. And right here, I'm just trying to find out exactly how the hell do I get past this area over here. And then I see it, and I'm like, oh, I jump into here. See, and just like I was saying before, like, it's, I don't look for things like that, because I'm not used to really playing Metroid.